everyone, Maribel from SLO TV, and today we are here in SLO at the New Life K-9s with the Director of Training, Nicole Hern, and Hercules. Hi, Nicole.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great. This is Hercules. He is our K-9 Director of Training.
Cool. Okay, so Nicole, can you tell our audience what is New Life K-9s and how did it start?
Oh, the story of how it started is long. I don't know how much you want me to get into that. I was previously the manager of the pet resort, and Connor, who is my co-trainer, used to work for the pet resort, and he and our founder, Jack Gould, we all were really interested in starting a service dog training program for veterans with PTSD. I received training on how to be a service dog trainer and how to run a service dog training program from Bergen University of K-9 Studies. It's the only accredited university for K-9 studies in the world. And so I have been teaching Connor, and Connor was actually started learning how to be a service dog trainer prior to me from a woman named Monica, who also attended and worked at Bergen University. She attended there longer than I did, and she started his training. She also helped me out as well. And Thomas was going to be a service dog, who you saw earlier. Mm-hmm. And Monica was teaching Connor how to train service dogs through Thomas. It turned out Thomas has elbow dysplasia, so he wasn't able to be placed. So Connor adopted him. And this has been in the works for about 3 years before we got it started. Just trying to plan and prepare and get the training we needed. Prior to coming here, I was a social worker in foster care, for 14 years. And so I do have that social work experience too, which has really helped me with client training and client support. So that's how it got started.
Perfect. Now, also, Nicole, can you tell me what New Life K-9s can offer to our veterans?
Yes, we train service dogs and we place them with a veteran for free at no charge to the veteran. I mean, it's not free. It's not free to us. And the veteran also has to attend, once the dog is trained, we actually match the personality of the veteran and the dog and their lifestyle to make sure they're well matched together, because they're going to be doing everything in partnership together. So the match is really critical. And once we've trained the dog, we've done the matching, we trained the veteran for about 60 to 80 hours on how to handle the dog and how to comply with the public access laws. So, and then the dogs, every report I've gotten from a veteran who has a service dog is that I know is that it is life-saving. And we have placed our first dog, and Alex has given us permission multiple times to share a bit of his story. And he says that Nara saved his life. And Nara was a rescue dog we got from San Luis County Animal Services. An amazing dog, and she's doing an amazing job for Alex. So it's kind of difficult to explain what the dogs do. There are some tasks that we teach them to do, but it's what's most important is that the dog has the public access skills to go out in public and behave well in public and always be what we call an unobtrusive helpmate. So, and somebody who people in public would not be afraid of at any time, wouldn't be disturbed by the dog, and so the fact that they can take a dog out there and be in public and help be a support for them at the time where they're struggling the most, when they're having some primary symptom, or I don't know, I shouldn't say a primary, if you guys could cut that out, but one really prevalent symptom of PTSD is social anxiety. Yeah. And so the dogs really help to keep them calm. They help to alert them to their anxiety. And, just the dog's mere presence makes a huge difference in their ability to go out into public and even interact with people in a much more comfortable way.
Now, also, Nicole, how long is usually the training process for each dog?
All the dogs that we have been donated to us, the purebred ones, and we got one at 8 weeks, one at 12 weeks, and one at 8 months. And those dogs, it generally takes about 2 to 2.5 years for a puppy to become mature enough to work out into public. So it doesn't take us that long to get the training done for them. And so when you see our purebred dogs, they have actually a lot more skills just because we have the time to teach them even more than what they need to know. So, and for the purebred dog, or for the rescue dogs, it takes 6 months to a year, and I know that varies widely, but it's really very dog dependent as far as how they're learning, the way that they learn, and what natural gifts the dog already brings to us. So Nara, our first dog, we were actually able to train in 6 months, but that's a really I think that's she's what I would call an outlier, an unusual dog. And Louie, who will be our next, he and Dixie, who is a purebred dog, they'll probably be the next ones to graduate, and it'll be about a year for his training. So.
Good. Now, are you able to show us some tasks of what, let's just say, Hercules could perform?
Sure. Maribel is going to tell him, go get Nicole, and he will come and nudge my hand, and then I will say what, and then when I say what, that is the cue for him to take me back to the person where the emergency is, really, the person who sent him. So.
Okay, do I give him the treat after I say go get Nicole?
No, you can give it to him now just to keep him, and then whenever you're ready,
go get Nicole.
Say it loud. Say.
Hercules, go get Nicole. Go get
Just put your hand down. Just keep your hand down and say go get Nicole.
Go get Nicole, Hercules. Go get Nicole. Go get Nicole.
What?
Aww.
Good boy, give him the treats. So I'm going to ask Hercules in a few seconds here to brace to help me to get up from a kneeling position, and that is because a lot of folks who with PTSD, if they're taking medication, the medication sometimes causes balance issues. So we've found this to be a very common thing or common skill that folks need from the dog.
Good boy. That was very cute.
Good job. So I'm going to have Hercules get a medication bottle. One of the things that they're able to do for the human that they're with is actually remind them to take their medications, which for some people can be really important because medications have side effects and sometimes people don't really want to deal with them. And so having the dog bring to them is actually not just reminding them, but it also can be very motivating for them to take their medications when they should. So, Hercules, go get the medicine. Good boy. Yep. Thank you. The last skill I'm going to show, there's really going to be two separate cues, are to help the veteran keep somebody that they're uncomfortable with from approaching them by what the dog is about to do. So actually I'm going to ask him to bark, and hoping that's going to keep somebody from coming up, but it's going to be in a different way than what people are used to. Ready? Mm-hmm. Did you see? Good boy. So it's just a clicking sound with my mouth, and that's all he needs. And if I want to be obvious, if I want to make it obvious that I don't want that person to approach, and I want to let them know that, I say, guard.
Good job, Hercules. That's a lot of training, and I'm sure that's a lot of patience that you need to be able to do all that.
He doesn't require too much patience, but some of the dogs do. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, Nicole, go ahead and tell our audience where we could find New Life K-9s.
You can find us on our website. You can learn more about us at newlifek9s.org. And also, you can email us at newlifek9s@newlifek9s.org. And so that's spelled NEWLIFE, the letter K, the number 9, and the letter S. Yeah, I just wanted to add that this is a life-saving mission that we have. As I said earlier, Alex has said that it has saved his life. We are working on getting more dogs placed. We want to save as many lives as we can, and we really need your support to help us do that, because we are placing these dogs at no cost to the veterans. So as much support that we can get from the community, the more support we can get from the community, the more lives we can save.
There you go, folks. Come in and support New Life K-9s. SLO TV is outro. Check us out at www.slotv.net. And the show is produced by Miranda Marketing Labs at www.mirandamarketinglabs.com.